We got
Wolves, Newcastle.
Leicester, Arsenal. So, Kev predicted 2-1 to Leicester. Jim predicted 3-1 Leicester. Alex predicted 2-0 Leicester. And I predicted 2-0 Leicester. Well.
I got it the wrong way round.
Arsenal. They pulled that out of the bag, didn't they?
I will. I'll say. I feel like what we were talking about last week. We were saying like Maddison is like integral to Leicester. I think that proved it.
Yeah, 100%. And Barnes. Barnes is integral to Leicester as well.
He started the game, but he got injured, didn't he?
Yeah.
They scored.
Like Leicester.
Yeah, sorry.
Like Leicester's injury table at the moment is getting close to what Liverpool's is, but not as big as Liverpool's, obviously. And like Leicester's injuries have only been very recently, but that easily could derail their European push, which is what I said last week.
Yeah.
And
it's 18 minutes.
And as much as we talk about how like not as up to scratch Leicester were, Arsenal were awesome.
Yeah, they were on fire. Because speaking of the injuries, I've written down the most important ones. So I said Barnes is now injured. Maddison, Pratt, and Perez are all still injured, with Fofana also out. Leicester for me.
Johnny Evans as well.
Johnny Evans also. Leicester are in an injury crisis, and that's the bottom line.
He's just come back from injury, and he's not 100% as well.
Yeah,
exactly. And he's actually pushed into the team because I don't think he's match fit.
And I'm sorry. Iheanacho is wank.
So I saw a quote somewhere online, and they reckon an issue is Iheanacho is like being like they're using him a lot as a main striker. But I saw somewhere that like one of his like Nigerian under-20s coaches said like he's actually better as a number 10, but he needs to perform to get in the team, and he's not performing. And even when he does perform, he's not taking Maddison out.
Nah.
And
I just don't see it. And
yeah, like I don't see how he's going to have much more of a future at Leicester if he's not performing the way he should.
I don't think he's a Premier League quality striker anyway. I think he'll be good in France. He'll be good in Italy. He'll be good anywhere else but England. Let's be honest, he played for Man City. You stick me up in that Man City team. If I'm up top in that team, bro, I'm still scoring 10 goals and I'll miss 50 of them.
A good point to like say is like they had Iheanacho on their books and they still went out and bought Jesus and replaced him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they could see what he was like. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. They must have seen that he wasn't going to be up to the scratch they wanted.
And that's the thing. But even though we have started with Leicester's demise, we will have to talk about the smoke that Arsenal were on that game.
Yeah.
Because their third goal... exactly what I was going to say. Their third goal come from their team pressing, and it is so good that game. It was unreal. Like, the pressing was stupidly good. Like, obviously they've been practicing it and they've experimented with it, and that game, everything just clicked, and it hit the ground running and just pressed Leicester out the game.
I've got a question for you guys. So I'm flipping the Uno reverse over here. So basically, I don't know. You guys have probably heard.
Yeah.
Barcelona are interested in Mikel Arteta. Do you see him as a Barcelona boss?
He'd changed the philosophy.
I have seen this.
Yeah,
I have seen this. If I were Mikel Arteta, and I think you both agree with me, I am not touching Barcelona with a 10-foot pole.
Nah.
I am going nowhere near them at the moment.
Not touching.
Maybe in a few years when he's, made his philosophy stamp at Arsenal, when Barcelona aren't in tatters. But
absolute tatters.
I would go nowhere near him.
With Messi on the way out as well, you're not touching the team. Not touching the team.
If I were Mikel Arteta, I generally say if I were Mikel Arteta, say like at the moment Barcelona are still up here and Arsenal are here. Like I know
give it a year and a half.
People listening aren't going to see shit.
Yeah,
but give it 2 years, that it's going to be completely flipped.
Yeah.
Why would you do it to yourself when Mikel Arteta is still a young upcoming manager? Bearing in mind it's his first job.
I see Barcelona being the Juve of the Spanish league. When Juve did all that scandal with the money and they got demoted to Serie B and had to start over again, I see Barcelona potentially having the same outcome because
there's the nearly £2 billion.
They are in complete tatters. Like Juve had to start all over, but they kept all the players on the books, so that's why they went.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, they went straight back up from Serie B, but being demoted to Serie B, like, it's a big thing, and being demoted to the second or La Liga Segunda or something like that, like being demoted to that would hurt Barcelona big time, and that's why they did it, because it hurt Juve big time, and that's how much it had hurt Barca to be demoted and lose Messi in potentially the same year. Mate, they'd be in absolute shambles.
Well, the
Also,
thing is,
like, carry on. You go first, Al. You go first.
okay, I'm just gonna say different to what you guys said. If I was Mikel Arteta, I'd jump to Barcelona.
Okay.
Yes, I understand Messi's leaving. Yes, I understand the club's in £2 billion worth of debt, and obviously he's won trophies already at Arsenal. But obviously, it was pretty much the way Arsenal was performing anyway in the cup games. I think any manager you could have put any manager and they would have won them cup games 100%. Like, that's just my opinion. I think any manager in charge of Arsenal, just for some reason, Aubameyang clicked, the rest of the players clicked. They could have won the FA Cup and the Community Shield easy, no problem. But obviously, since then, we've seen Arteta. He's had a bit of a yo-yo season. Like, we're talking about relegation battle back then, and now obviously the slow climbing back up. But if I was Arteta, the chance to perform in the Champions League, your name on the big stage, yes, there's a lot of pressure, but you could probably win more actual trophies. You know what I mean? And you've actually got more of a chance of winning La Liga than you are Premier League with Arsenal. And having La Liga on your reservoir is much better than just
resume.
Can you imagine sitting there with, like, there's a La Liga trophy just sitting there and a bit of water next to you on your reservoir?
Flowing around you like a moat. Just circling.
You're sitting there going, yep. That's my trophy. I know. I didn't want to correct you because I thought I'd break you, but...
A resume, right. Okay, so La Liga on your resume and just having mid-table Arsenal on your resume. I'd rather have La Liga in my resume than mid-table Arsenal all day, every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I just wouldn't switch. But to bring it back to the Arsenal game, because we went super off topic then, I think there was a decision in the game where a pen was given. I can't remember the referee's name, but the ref called for a pen, pointed to the spot. Everybody thought it was a pen. And then VAR looked at it, and it was a very good decision to call it a free kick because, one, he didn't get touched by the player who was in the box. He got touched by the player who was outside the box, and I think it was Ndidi who tripped him. And he tried to say that Tielemans tripped him. And it was such a good decision because even though, like, obviously Leicester still lost, it could have been a serious turning point in the game, and it could have been like a 5-6 then. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But 5-6-1, but that decision, I think, is how VAR is good and is used properly.
Well, that's something I was going to say. Like, it shows that VAR obviously has the promise when it makes fantastic decisions like that, and it did it really quickly, and it worked very well.
Very
so
quickly.
It's there. Like, everything we need for it to work is there. It's just not being done.
The implementation is so wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Quick question then. Anyone or?
No, I think the
we covered it.
so we move on to the last one.
We move.